Hey, folks, as you may have known by now, because a lot of you have been following us for a while, a change impact assessment is a common activity that one goes through when preparing for change because it allows us to really get a handle on the scope, the impact of the change to people within and outside an organization. Now, because it's such an integral part of the change management process, there's so many tips and tricks around this. So Matt's going to share something to do with Six Sigma.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Frishka. Six Sigma, Lean, all of these wonderful methodologies that you can use, various tools that are available to you. I don't necessarily advocate for one particular methodology or one particular set of tools. I'm very much fit for purpose. One particular tool is very, very handy in my toolkit, and it is Six Sigma aligned. It's called SIPOC. So it's an acronym, SIPOC. Now, what does it stand for, more importantly? So the first one, S, is about suppliers. So as a part of a process, of a value chain or a supply chain that you're evaluating, you want to understand what the suppliers are, what the third-party vendors are. If you've got a coffee shop and the process that you're wanting to go through is how do you make a coffee? Well, you want to know that the suppliers are going to be your coffee bean suppliers, your coffee machine maintenance people, all those sorts of folks. So understanding what your suppliers are. I stands for inputs. Well, let's use that same analogy. With the coffee shop, your inputs are going to be your coffee beans, coffee cups, those sorts of things. They're things that are tangible, that are going to be consumed as a part of the process, which segues nicely into the third one, which is P for process. What is the process? How do you make the coffee? How do you then provide it to your customer? How do you take the money? All those sorts of good things. O is about outputs. So that's all about how you're providing the coffee, giving the end product to the customer at the end of the day, which again feeds nicely into the last one, which is customers. So who are the customers that are impacted? In the coffee shop, it could just be anybody who walks into your shop who's ordering a coffee. You just need to work through who those people who will be impacted or who is receiving the actual service or the product that you're offering. So doing that SIPOC, you're really getting a great understanding at a granular level of what all of those key elements are within the value or supply chain to then be able to understand what the change impacts will be. Because if you're changing from one process to another, if you've got that SIPOC, you'll be able to overlay the new process that you're doing and understand what the new suppliers could be, or what the new process will be, or what the new outputs will be. So it's a great tool to use. Again, I don't advocate for one particular tool or one particular methodology. Always fit for purpose, but SIPOC, always good in my books. How about yourself?
That's why it's so important to have a variety of methodologies and frameworks in your toolkit. I really like the SIPOC. Another one that I use a lot also is the 7S. Yes. The McKinsey 7S, systems, skills, structures, etc. So there you go, folks. Hope that added to your toolkit. Join us again next time for another episode of The Change Collective.